Hey, what's happening, YouTube? Welcome to the first episode of my podcast, Hungry and Ambitious. For those who don't know me, my name is Henry Nguyen. I am 23 years old, recently graduated from Cal State Fullerton. What I'm doing now is I have a financial services business, so I help people with savings plans, retirement plans, and life insurance. I also work full-time doing sales. So backtracking to when I went to Cal State Fullerton, that's when I actually met Greg, my good friend Greg Devlin. And when I met him, he was in a very, very negative place, a very dark place in his life, to the point where he was known as this, stereotypical party boy, if you will, who was getting drunk, wasting his weekends, had no goals, had no ambition, had no direction, had no guidance of what he wanted to do or where he wanted to go, didn't really have a mentor at all, right? No path. So fast forward to today, he made a massive change in his life to becoming the best version of himself, and he got completely sober for about 3 years now, right? 3 years, like two and a half years. Started to practice yoga. He started to get into self-development. He started reading books. He started meeting new people just to get out of the dark place that he was at before. So Greg, do you want to say what's up, buddy?
What's up, buddy? I'd like to say that first off, it all started when I was in a program to turn my life around.
Right.
Kind of like take the time away to step away from like your everyday life and really think about what you value in life and where you want to be. And
right.
I ended up setting an intention statement. We had to create an intention statement, like yell it out. It was all tribal, like we're all face painted, like crazy, and like
really.
Yeah, we're up on it. It was called Intention Rock, and I screamed it out to everyone. And
that's crazy.
I said, "I'm a mindful lover, passionately living up to my full potential through sobriety, discipline, and faith."
And that was after you got out of college, right?
Yeah, so
that's
that was
insane.
maybe like at that point I was probably like a month sober, and I was in Hawaii, living in Hawaii, farming, so I was able to like really think about my life and
right.
and I set that intention out into the universe and was like, this is what I want. This is what I want out of my life. I am a mindful, so I have my mindfulness practices now with meditation, yoga, and all this stuff.
Okay.
Lover, I choose to do everything with love. We're making this video right now with love. It's for you guys. It's not for us. We
right.
do it because we want to serve the world. I'm a mindful lover passionately. It's the passion
definitely
that drives you.
Yeah.
Passionately living up to my full potential. That's my number one fear in life, is not living up to my full potential, because there's the angel and the devil, and it's like, which one are you going to listen to?
Right.
If you listen to the angel, you're going to live up to your full potential. You listen to this guy, you never leave your path, but it's like it's gonna start taking you different places, So living up to my full potential through sobriety is, obviously made my whole entire life just completely change. Like it's you start putting your focus and your energy into things that actually push you in life. I think that's my full potential. There's sobriety, discipline. I wasn't disciplined before. Henry shared something with me last week, and it was, the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. And
that's so true too, man.
I was thinking about that. I was like, I don't really finish things out to the end. I don't see things out to the end. And I was like, with any business idea I ever had, I wanted to teach yoga. I wanted to get 200 pounds working out. I don't see. I have a vision of where I want to be, but I don't finish it out to the end. So that's where discipline comes in. Is saying, remembering your why, I think, is discipline. Just remembering your why, and that's what discipline is.
Yeah, and that's so true.
And then faith. And
yeah,
that's the last one, and that's just knowing wherever you're at in life is like the universe supports you in every way, every day, in every way. Everything that happens in your life is for you to grow and for you to, become a better person, so you can help other people be better people. I'm living up to my full potential so I can have others live up to their full potential.
Definitely. And you said something that's so important too. You said that you're really passionate about the path that you're on right now. So that's one of the main reasons why I started this podcast, because my number one goal for this podcast is I want to focus on a very specific group of individuals in society, a group of people who are hungry, who are ambitious, who are passionately pursuing their dreams, right? Chasing their dreams, just putting in those extra hours after school, after class, after your full-time job, or over the weekends, like what we're doing right now.
Raising a kid.
Yeah, raising a kid. Whatever situation that you go into, you are passionately pursuing your dream, chasing your dream, despite what other people are saying and thinking about you, right? That's so important too, because there's 7+ billion people in the world. Everyone will judge, you know, well, not everyone, but a lot of people will judge. Who cares, right? Just do what you want to do what you are most passionate about, and then eventually you're going to find that niche, and you're going to find the right path to go to. So, have you always been into, you know, partying, or when did that whole thing start for you, man? Was it in college? Was it, you know, high school?
Yeah, I don't think that question's, you know, too relevant.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that's.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. Kind of just already was like we went through it. You know?
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Going back there was kind of like.
Yeah. So what, like, how has practicing yoga helped you progress and helped you becoming a better person?
That's a great question.
Yeah, definitely.
So yoga is like a practice. You know, yoga is kind of everything, but if
Right.
you want to take it, like, for most people that don't know what yoga is, or they just think, you know, it's drills, stretching, and doing cool stuff.
I used to think that too. I know it's gonna sound kind of bad, but I used to think it was strictly just for women. But
Yeah,
obviously,
so
that's
yoga
not
is
the
a very
case.
spiritual practice, and it connects the mind and the body. And
Okay.
we all know it. Like, those are two things that are connected. You know.
Right.
So, one thing we're doing with yoga is we're going to points of discomfort and holding it there
Okay.
and breathing through it. You know. So it's like, this sucks.
Right.
And I'm just gonna breathe and I'm gonna get through it.
Gotcha.
You know? So like, think about it when you're in life. You're like, this sucks. And
Yeah.
You lose control of your breath. You get anxiety. You start breathing quickly, or you're depressed and you're going. But like, when you're conscious of your breath and you're going, this sucks. It's like you're gonna go through life and something's gonna suck, and then you just bring it back to your breath and you're like, we're gonna do it. And what yoga, I guess not the end game, but what a product of yoga is. Your flexibility,
Right.
and if we're we're doing the mind-body connection, flexibility in the body is gonna equal flexibility in the mind. That's actually how I got my job at my current job.
How'd you get that?
They're like, so in an interview, like, so you have like yoga teacher on your resume. You know, they were kind of just like, okay, well, it's kind of irrelevant. And I was like. And then I grabbed my foot and I was like, you know, I went like that in the middle of the interview, and I was like,
during the interview.
Okay. And I said, you know, if you have a flexible body, you have a flexible mind, and flexibility is the key to adapting, and you know, changing and really going into paths. Because like, okay, you know, life's gonna throw you something,
Of course.
but you need to be flexible with it and be like, okay, you know, I'm gonna deal with this. You know, I can do that. Like, there's people that, you know, I currently work with that aren't, they can't adjust to change, and that's the lack of flexibility. You know, it's
definitely.
Like, you can't adapt to change, you're gonna get left behind.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because if you want things to change for you, well, you first have to change yourself, right? From within, which is what you did. That's exactly what you did, because I've seen the progress, I've seen the growth that you've accumulated over the years, and that's humbling too. Just being real, right?
Yeah, I changed what's inside of me.
Of course.
In my entire life outside of me.
Right.
Changed.
Definitely.
As a result.
And I'm sure a lot of people can see that now as well. A lot of our close friends that, you know, you're hanging out with the same group of friends in college, and a lot of them have seen the growth that you've made and just the direction that you're heading to now. Proud of you, man.
Thank you.
There you go. So you got your yoga certification, and that's a crazy trip too. Crazy story, by the way. You just decided. How did that all come to play? Took a trip down to India for a whole month.
Yeah, I got my teacher training in India. So, one of my clients was working at drug rehab, and one of my clients was like, he pretty much showed me this course because he wanted to do it, and I was like, I got the money to do that. Let's
there
do
you
it.
go.
So I just quit my job because I wasn't happy there. Took a trip to India.
Was that something planned, or was that something just completely out of the blue?
We made it happen in like 3 months maybe.
Nice.
Once I decided I wanted to do it, it's probably not even 3 months.
Right.
So I made it happen.
Like, just packed up your bags and executed,
yeah,
took action,
and made it happen.
made it happen. Okay.
If I wanted it to happen, I'm gonna make it happen.
Of course.
You know? And so yeah, I went to India. I think the thing that I took from it the most was, you know, being surrounded by these type of people that are very similar to me, have the same visions and beliefs and goals. They all wanted to be teachers, you know, and
Right.
and they all kind of stopped everything they were doing with their lives for a whole month to come do this. So I'm like,
That's crazy.
I'm like, these people are like me.
From all over the world.
Yeah, I'm like, this. My environment are people like me, and I'm like, and then I questioned, how come back home I'm not surrounded by people that are like me, or actually that you always are surrounded by people like you, and
Right.
then you got to judge yourself based off the people you're surrounding yourself.
Of course. The
'Cause
law of
you're-
association.
and everyone's a reflection of yourself. And
Right.
That's the thing. So like you see yourself and you start judging your friends like, oh, you know, this guy, you know, smokes cigarettes, or, you know, all he does is want to go out on the weekends and get girls. And it's like, okay, if that's all the people you hang out with, then maybe that's what you value and that's what you want. And then I'm like, well, let's change that when I go back home. So I went back home and I was like, I want to find more of a spiritual community and more yogi community. And like,
Of course.
I said my prayers and intentions out into the universe that, like, you know, God, Great Spirit, whatever you want to call it, like, bring me my people.
Yeah.
And then it all started happening, and like that's one of the most fulfilling feelings ever when you start
That's crazy, man.
bringing things from inside of you out into the world.
Into reality.
Yeah.
And you made, like, do you manifested that goal? Do you really want to get into yoga? You got your yoga certification not here in the States, but in India. You know, not a lot of people are willing to take that risk. How'd that make you feel afterwards?
Yeah, I don't know. We can crop that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's like, I feel like we answered. We hit yoga pretty well. Let's see what we can change to.
And then you also got into self-development as well, right?
Personal
On top of
development,
yoga?
yeah.
Okay, so did that happen because of yoga? Or did that happen because...
Ask the question over, so you can pick that up.
Yeah, so you also got into self-development as well. Did that happen because of yoga? Or did that happen because just everything that you were...
Dude,
you
I
know, did
think
that align together with yoga? Or
we hit it earlier. It was how you do one thing is how you do everything.
Right.
So, like, I don't know if I was already getting into personal development and that's what brought me to yoga, or maybe doing yoga got me into personal development. You know, it's all the same.
Right.
It doesn't matter
Definitely.
which the causation is, because they both cause each other.
Right.
But yeah, after that, you know, I just started I read a lot this year. That was one
Nice.
of my New Year's resolution, is read 6 books, and I never read. And so I was like, 6 books.
Yeah, same here.
6 books is not, like, I was actually like, 6 books is a lot at the time. And then 3 months in, I was 6 books done. I'm like, read 15 books or something like that
That's
this year.
crazy.
You know, and just, it's become a lot more interesting. And when you read only spirituality and personal development, business, anything that's going to help you learn. If you're reading fiction, it's going to be you're almost escaping in a sense.
Right.
But it is a piece of art, you know. I'll give it that, but like,
Quite interesting.
this is my opinion, obviously, whatever. But when you're reading just personal development, it transforms your life. It really does.
I can attest that 100%.
It really does. You just start applying these things that you read and you pick up, and and these are from the experiences of people that have lived life, you know, and they're saying they did it this way and it worked, and a lot of things you do boss stuff with, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, like Will Smith even said it too. He says there are 2 arts that everyone should follow, right? Reading and running. Reading because, like Greg says, there's not one single problem that has not been solved yet, right? People write about it in books. Authors write about how to achieve financial independence, how to, go from a negative place to a positive place, and so on and so forth. And running too, because you always want to keep running towards your goals, which is literally what Greg is doing right now. He's transforming his life from a very dark place to a place where now he can feel content, where he can be able to add more values and impact the lives of other people around him. And I think that's super important, and that's something that everyone should do a lot more often.
Yeah, we're here to light up the world.
Of course.
Like Kygo's song, you know, we light up
Kygo.
the world.
I think I saw him at Coachella in 2015.
I was there too.
Nice.
But yeah, you know, we're here to light up the world, and most people get their awakening after a good amount of suffering.
Right.
You know, and you're gonna have this dark place.
Of course.
And that's where most people have the catalyst to change, and you know, it was very dark, and then I awoke, and my flame was lit, and now I'm here to
share your story,
light other people up.
Yeah.
You know, people come to me and
there you
they
go.
say, hey, how can I get sober? How can I do this? You know, like, you know, people want to reach their goals, and that's what we're here for, helping people live up to their full potential.
Definitely.
And we can't do that without doing it ourselves.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. So, what's next for you? You know, what's...
Oof. Probably, I got plans to start some business.
Okay. E-commerce, right? Online
E-commerce,
business,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
So you're starting an
e-commerce.
e-commerce online business.
So I want to start that, and I've just been, you know, studying a lot, and I was talking to Henry earlier about what synchronicity is.
Right.
And when you're really in tune with the universe and this life, life gives you these things called omens that are like little signs saying, hey, it's like
What's up, buddy?
it's like a reassurance, like, hey, you're on the right path. So like last night I was going to my neighborhood gym, and then I was like, screw it, I'm gonna invest in a 24-hour pass. I'm cheap.
Good choice.
I was like, I'm gonna invest in this because when my money's on the line, I'm gonna want to use it, so I'm gonna not waste it.
Of course.
With anything you pay for, it's gonna have more value to it. So I'm gonna work out now. So I'm going to the gym, and I go to a new gym all of a sudden. I run into my old friend that I haven't seen in forever, and I was like talking to Steve. I was like, hey, yeah, I want to start this business. And he goes, dude, I'm just starting to learn that too. And I was like, whoa, maybe this is someone I could pair up with and really learn this.
You guys are on the same waves of frequency.
Exactly.
Same vibes.
We were meant to,
That's
you know,
crazy.
collide. And then he was like, yeah, I'm doing that too. So I was like, okay, cool. And then earlier this week, my dad gave me like a CD. It just said like tennis, JV, whatever.
Back in the day.
Yeah, 2008,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, back in
And
high
he's
school.
like, the CD doesn't work, but you can try it on your computer before I throw it away. I was like, okay.
Right.
And I open it, and there's like 100 files, whatever, and I just open the first folder that I see and just like follow it all the way through, and I open it, and it's a photo from my tennis team, and it was the friend I ran into at the gym.
No way.
Yeah, it was
That's
like,
crazy.
I was just like, and I just FaceTimed him like, dude, you're not gonna believe this, and I told him, he was like cracking up. I was like, dude, these are just signs in the universe going, what you're doing is right.
Of course. Everything's aligned.
Continue to do that, because these signs are gonna come out whether or not you're aware of them. They're happening.
Yeah,
and that's kind of
definitely.
what this living up to your full potential thing is. It's like you're gonna get these omens. Life also repeats its lessons when you don't learn them. So,
so you gotta
if
learn, man.
if you're fucking up, you're gonna get hit with these. There's still these synchronicities might keep happening, but they're gonna be things like, oh, like I got jumped, and then I got robbed, and then someone broke into my car, and like all these shitty things are happening. It's like, hey, that's life going, what you're doing right now isn't working. I got a speeding ticket. I got a speeding ticket a month ago, and it took me about a month to realize what that occasion meant in my life, because I say there's a blessing in everything, right?
Of course.
And so right when I got it, I go, what the fuck is the blessing in this? You know, like there has to be a blessing. I was just pissed, and then like a month later, I'm like thinking about it. I was like, dude, what is a speeding ticket? What does a speeding ticket mean? What do I need to do?
Slow down.
I need to slow down.
That's great.
That's what I need to do in life. It's like what you do with one thing is how you do everything. I'm driving fast. I get a speeding ticket. That's life saying, Greg, what you're doing right now, take it easy.
You gotta slow down, buddy.
Go at your pace, which is the speed limit.
Yeah,
like, you know,
slow down a little bit.
I needed to.
Yeah.
And that's what that ticket meant. And that's what.
That's crazy.
These are just signs from the earth. Like,
that's awesome.
Signs from the universe.
The universe.
It's crazy.
Is there anything else that you want to share with the viewers, or anything else that you want to add that we haven't covered yet?
You know, if anyone feels stumped where you're at, if you feel you're not going in the direction you want to be going, and you know where you need to be going, you want a little help, reach out to us.
Of course.
We don't. Obviously, you can tell we don't. We like to talk.
I love to talk. I'm very vocal.
We'll give you guys some advice. You know, like we're not gonna say what we did works.
Yeah.
Or we're not gonna tell you what to do.
Of
I'm
course.
just gonna share our
experience.
experiences, the strength, and our hope.
And what worked and what did not work for us. That doesn't mean that that's the only way to do it.
Try
Yeah.
it. It works for us. It can work.
It could work for you. It could not work for you. You know, just you gotta find your niche, which is what Greg did. So I'm proud of you, man. Yeah, buddy. All right, Greg. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for. I know you got a lot of things to do, but just want to say thank you for your time for sharing your story. That's something that not a lot of people are willing to do. So that's awesome, dude.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, man. Okay. Till next time.